Hi everybody and welcome to Jemma's Window. Today, if you've looked at the calculations below in the information box and you have arrived at Power Year number 1 for yourselves, you're at the right place. You are in the Power Year number 1 for 2018 and December is your month of 4. Now just to describe that a little bit to you, a Power Year of number 1 is everything new. It's a feeling inside that you want it to start again and recreate yourself. In the month of 4 in December, that's a month where you're starting to feel a little bit antsy about, did I do it right? Did I do enough? 4s are always about setting up the rest of your life and being very, very practical. So let's begin. We're going to use some tarot cards, numerology, and my clairvoyance to try to figure out what's best for you. And by the way, when you watch YouTube, it's entertaining, it's fun, but you would always use your own judgment first. And you know that. With that said, let's see if I can shed some light, guidance, comfort onto your questions at hand, okay? So we started over here. I've already started with some cards. And we're looking at job and finance. And what I feel like I'm finding here for you ones is that you're not feeling so good right now about things. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety and depression. I feel like there was some critique or some kind of rigmarole with an authority figure. Might even have been a parent. Who knows? But somebody who said something that's sticking in your craw, something that's holding you back from moving on. Because my 10 of Wands here is the guy that's backed up into the corner and can't figure out, how do I get out? How do I get out? Now, this is complete contrast to what the year number 1 for you represents. But it's not in contrast to the month of December, which is a 4 for you. That is when you're, I didn't do enough, what am I doing, where am I going? So I want to take a look, something that helps my clients, and this is a question I ask a lot during the reading. I want to know what the perception of your boss or your co-employees, who's ever causing this angst, this feeling in your stomach, that butterfly feeling, who's ever doing that or getting you to question yourself. I want to take a look at what their perception is of you that you may not know. So let's just start with, I like that card, our Magician. Okay, we're going to turn over here. Okay, what we have here is you're very strong, and you are because you're a number 1. You're an original, and you come up with your own ideas. You're a number 1. What I have here, number 1s, is everybody has a high opinion of you, but they don't think you're asking for help when you need it. And that's the advice that I have. If you can include more people into your circle about what your plans are, where you're going, where you're moving forward, I think you'd be better off. I do want to give you a list of days that are the best for brainstorming for a job, writing out an application, or even applying or getting the job. For you, for December, you have a lot of days in the month of December. 9, 18, 27, 6, 15, and 24. That's a lot of days to brainstorm, make connections, fill out applications, and actually get that job. The best days now, we're also talking about finances. That would also mean all of this information would apply to that you're not sure. Maybe you made a mistake somewhere. Maybe you overspent. Maybe you were overdrawn. So the best day to work on investments and finances for the month of December, 4, 13, 22, and 31. No, I think we covered it. I think we covered everything for finance and jobs. So let's move on to, what do you think we're going to move on to once? Romance, of course. Okay, let's look at relationships. Now, if you'll just think in your mind, if you'll think about whoever you want to, it doesn't have to be romance, it can be your mother-in-law. Think about how they're perceiving you, and I'm going to pull some clarifiers in a minute, but I've already pulled out cards. for your romance area. And I have to tell you, I'm getting this similar feeling. It's this very uptight feeling that I'm getting for December. And of course, during holiday time, it's true. You have your own opinion, one. You're very strong-minded and strong opinion. And you have an opinion of how things should be. And this is talking about you going to someone, say your loved one, and you're saying, we go every year to your mother's house. I don't want to go to your mother's house. I want to go to my mother's house. And what I have, the advice for you is you have to work together. You can be strong. You have to work together. Because if you don't smooth things out and cooperate, that number 2, cooperate and act as a team, we move on to our 3 of Swords here, which is that squabbling, misunderstandings, people getting their noses out of joints. Let's take a look again, and let's use that same question of how these people or person in the relationship area, how are they perceiving you? Because you're picturing in your mind how you think they're perceiving you. Let's actually take a sneak peek at how they are perceiving you, okay? Let's do this. Okay. I must tell you, I have 2 very strong major arcana cards here, the Devil and the Moon. So I want to tell you, in their positions, there's kind of no getting around it. I feel like someone is scared of you. Someone is intimidated by you. Someone doesn't want to take you on. And what happens when that happens is that they don't approach you because they're afraid of you and they don't want to talk to you. So they do underhanded things behind the scenes. And if they're not doing something underhanded, they may just recoil from the situation. So I want to suggest to you, again, there's days that are good in the month of December for trying to work things out with other people. And those days are December 7th, December 16th, and December 25th. I think it behooves you, and it's just a suggestion, of course, is to try to figure out a non-combative way or a way that you don't look so strong and intimidating, to chat a little bit more and be a team to get where you want to go with that and with those relationships. And the same thing goes for a single person who's looking for a mate. You may be intimidating someone. Someone may have heard something about you, and then they're backing off. No, they don't know you. They don't know the little love bug that you are inside. You got to get that out there. There are misconceptions about you roaming around. Let's move on to our last segment today for you, number 1. And we're going to take a look. I want you to think, if you would. I feel that you'll get the best results if you think about a particular crummy situation in your life. Think about a crummy situation in your life, and once my website is up and my email is up, you can contact me with your power number and at the end of every month, and what your crummy situations are, so I can see a trend. And okay, that's it. Focus on your situation, and let's get some input about the best we can expect from the situation. What's the best outcome that we can expect? Okie-dokie. Wow, okay. I tell you, you're in a lot of topsy-turvy in recent past. You're in a lot of risk-taking in the present. But man, you end up with that 10 of Pentacles. And I call this my having it all card. You've got your family, you've got your money, you've got happiness, you've got it all. So I want to suggest to you that it doesn't matter if your question is about money and nothing to do with family, having it all. So we start with that there's all these radical bumps going on in this situation, things that you weren't expecting, changes. But they're going out. And those changes are going to push you into making different decisions that you would not have necessarily made. And you also feel a little insecure about, I'm not sure, this is kind of a risk. I'm kind of sticking my neck out there. Yes. It's the Fool card. It's the beginning of your journey. You're number 1. Fool is number 1. Do it. Do it. Go out there, be independent, think independently, and come up with a new, novel idea about how to handle this crummy situation in your life. And what it's talking about is, I was just thinking of something else. What it's talking about is everything's going to actually come up roses for you in the long run. Now, time is hard to tell in the world of metaphysics, but I'm going to take a stab for you right now that I am feeling it's got to do with a 10. It could do with next October or the October after that. It could do with in 10 months, the 10th of a month. I feel like we're talking about a conclusion to your issues somewhere circling around the number 10. Let's give you a few more days to look forward to, okay? So days to stand up for yourself. This is important for you this year. That's December 6th, December 15th, and December 24th. And days that you may not make decisions on or hold your tongue are days of 3, days of 12, days of 21, and days of 30. Okay, everybody, so I think that's good advice for you. I hope it is for you for the month of December, and we'll see you next year when you're going to be a different power number, aren't you? Thanks for joining Gemma's Window, and any information, go down on the information box.